Now joining Love Married Moments, already in progress.
I think, too, people get a little bit caught up in trying to be the person that they think the role calls for instead of being themselves. And so what I heard Danette saying was, you know, she knows she has a presence, and she was under the impression that she needed someone that could come in and manage her. You know, I never thought that way, and sometimes I have a presence. I was always looking or praying, hoping for someone that would be so busy looking after my needs that I'd have time to look after their needs, not have to check and recheck you to see if you the enemy today, then go to work, come home, you know, and do all of that, and then come back and you still the enemy, you know. John does what he wants to do. I don't know where he's at. People's like, well, where is he at? I don't know. Was I supposed to know? He knows how to get home. You know, he'll be here. And he's, you know, he has this interest, that interest, and he likes to go, go, go. I go, but I don't like to go, go, go. I like to be at home. And so we can be together in the same room doing 5-6 different things at the same time and have a great day together, or be in a different part of the house doing other things, and still, you know, we're good to go. I tried to give up on some dishes, and I remember this, and I'm like, now, didn't we just go through trying to clean these dishes out here? And he saw a church had some kind of little yard sale, and he sent me some pictures. He said, what'd you like? Now, you know, I'm up here trying to give him up, but he knew I liked him. So he said, I could put $5 down on it. If you little joy. But who does that? You know, who joins in your play and waits for you as you go through a hard time to come? Because our hard times, only thing the person standing next to us can do is wait with us to see us, not let us be invisible. And most people are like, well, you've been in there too long, I had to go. See ya around, chick. You know, who can wait on the other side while you going through and still touch base to let you know you're not invisible, I'm still here, and you're going to be okay, because it's a work they can't do. It just doesn't always happen like that.
Right.
And when I asked you about that pause when you were in vulnerable places and you were just kind of able to sit in that because you knew how to nurture that, even though you both were going through some stuff. What spoke to me about that, concerning like what even Toi was talking about, love is a resting place for me. It's now when you get hurt, becomes that sensitive, vulnerable place that, you know, now you got to overprotect. And it's just not been that way with me. So whatever Toi brought to me, I just knew how to rest in love. And like the song I just made for her not too long ago, and I was talking about her waiting on, she was in that space waiting on me until I caught up. That's how I perceived her. So no matter how I was feeling, I perceived her as, I know I'm all broken here, even though I'm serving and loving you good, I'm broken. And, you know, she just waited on me until I caught up. And then she didn't have to slow down. I had to speed up because now, you know, I got the energy to do it because she waited on me. And I hear that in what you're saying, too. Y'all found a resting place. And once you got it, you didn't need a formality. You just said, no, I'm here. I'm going to be here. You're going to be here. Now, it translated into marriage, and we get ready to get into that. But you were like, when we go to church and we say the first form of baptism, when we give our life to Christ, it doesn't happen in the water. The first form of baptism happens in here. Yeah. We were in love before the ceremony. That was just the outward display, but we already had made the decision in here before we did the outward display. So how did it translate from this sacred love that was solid as a rock? Solid. We're gonna have to use that in the intro song, whatever.
Solid.
So how did it transition from that to matrimony and people being involved? And what kind of, did other people see both of you coming? So
No. Oh my God. Can I?
Go ahead.
So no, we didn't see us coming. Like,
right.
and so obviously, you know, there was a couple of things that Greg was doing teaching two-step at the time. And there was a couple of events that came up, and due to my transportation situations, I was unable to come. So they still didn't see us in a public place, and we're talking 6 months later, 7 months later. And finally, my transportation issues, you know, got fixed, and I was able to go to a two-step class with him. So I show up at the two-step class. Now everybody in the class, we all know personally, intimately, they're our friends, but we don't know them together as a couple. So I come to class and everybody's like, oh my God! And we have dance class, and then they played a song at the end of it that was recorded live. And so in the song, Greg is mouthing the words to me, and our friends still never caught it. It was like 3-4 weeks later. Yeah. I'm still coming to class. Greg's teaching, and I show up with him in the car. I was in the car with him. And then one of our friends went back and played that song and said, "I knew it. And so they didn't know. Nobody really knew. And I don't think it was, by this time I was divorced. It wasn't like we were trying to hide it. We were so into each other that we didn't, we weren't like, hey, y'all know who I'm dating? Hey, y'all know who I'm with? It just was us all the time together. We just didn't stop and notify people. We were just doing us.
Yeah, it was pretty low key at first. I think a couple of them kind of had a intuition of it, but
no, they didn't. They said that after fact. They didn't know. But ain't nobody know.
I don't know. I got a couple looks from a couple people like, kind of, like something going on, over there, kind of thing. But nothing was really said until like 3 or 4 weeks later, when, like she said, one of our friends had went back and looked at the video again and was like, yeah, okay. You were singing to her. Oh, I get it.
But
it was great. Like, once everybody really found out, they were like, oh my God, we're so happy for you. Mm-hmm. You guys are such a great fit. And, we even had some sessions, if you may say, with a couple of our friends as well, them telling us, hey, we know what you guys have been through.
Individually.
Yeah.
They knew us individually. Yeah. And so they couldn't be more happy for us being together, because they call us
Cephas.
I don't know.
From In Living Color.
Reese and Cephas, or something like that.
Yeah.
You didn't have to laugh that big, Toy. You ain't even have to do all that. You could have just gave a smile like you didn't have to laugh. But Greg and I literally are that. Like, we sing together, we harmonize together.
We know. We're aware.
But what's funny about that though is a lot of the times, like, I'll be thinking a song in my head and I'm like actually singing it in my head, and I get to like the chorus or something and she picks up right where I'm at.
I just sing it. And she'll be like,
she don't even know that I was even thinking about the song. And I'll look at her like, can you hear my thoughts? But you are right on where I was at. Like, what is going on? And, it's stuff like that confirms that this is supposed to be. Mm-hmm. I haven't had that type of connection in a very long time.
I'm not just gonna say ever, but for me,
you
ever.
Zero, Greg. Pay attention.
Well, I mean, in a connection, not like relationship and a marriage kind of connection, but just a connection, period.
Friendship.
Oh, okay.
But I've had friendships that were solid. I still have friendships that are solid like that. But before, like years and years ago, I had a few of them that we really finished each other's sentences kind of thing, you know? Mm-hmm. But I never had that since then until this one came along.
Now, let me ask you something, because often Toi says that a lot. I heard it first with her father, that they can finish each other's sentences and they just think alike. Is that a place of comfort? Or is it a place of uncomfortable vulnerability to have someone complete your sentences, know your thoughts? Because that's the resting love I'm talking about, and that's what I'm hearing you saying. But is it comfortable for both of you to? I know what you're thinking. I'll finish your sentences.
I think it because it just happens that I don't, it just happens. It's so weird. It's not even, we just have to get used to it because we're going to do it regardless. I mean, I'm going to be sitting somewhere and I'm going to hear Greg singing a note and it's going to be something that I'm thinking and I'm just going to join in with him. It's just kind of the way it works. And yeah, I think it's a place of comfortability. I think I'm liking I love the place that I'm in. I never really been this vulnerable, John. Like, vulnerability is not my thing. I'm put them up. But now I'm like, ooey gooey.
Yeah, you hooked. Yeah. When you start using those words, that's a sign that, you resting in love.
Right.
It's the ooey gooey.
Yeah, John and I often think alike, but I just leave space. Let me give you an example. Our house is sunflower yellow. Mm-hmm. And I had, I think I came home with like 4 different yellows and said, okay, you pick from these. And he painted on the wall, 4 different colors and thought about it. I was at work and him and Tobias, I think Tobias was about 3 or 4, I don't know how old he was, when he took Tobias with him to buy the paint. And what he told me he picked was not what he brought home. And the one he brought home was the one I wanted.
See?
Sunflower. I never said a word. I just said, you pick from these 4. I can live with these.
See, that's the way it works. I guess for us, like, marriage ain't been easy. We're 3 years together. In July, we'll be 2 years married. And, right after we got married, his back went out.
Like a week later.
A week.
What'd you do?
Go ahead.
Nothing.
I did not.
I caught it.
The lioness.
She did not.
Was on duty. She's
she did not.
We're going to get bleeped out.
Okay.
You know what? I do uphold my name and my title. Okay. No. And this is funny because people, it didn't happen like people think. Greg did not marry me and then just sit down on the couch and be like, I'm done. Greg did not marry me and feel like, he didn't have to provide or none of that. Greg and I talked. See, I love this man. Okay. He had been dealing with pain for 2 years before he even met me. And I thought to myself, how can somebody that loves you let you go through pain and not address it? Mm-hmm. So like I told my husband, baby, you got great insurance. Go use it. Take care of your back. Get yourself fixed, healed. I got things, we're a partnership now. And people don't understand that. We've been going through hell and high water the past 3 months. facing eviction. It's been hard, okay, to say the least. But what we've been hearing is, well, Greg should be doing this, and Greg need to be working, and Danette need to do that, and Greg need to do that. But one thing that we've learned to do is trust God. Greg had a conversation. Is it okay? Greg had a conversation with me, and he said, I just feel like I failed you as your husband. And what I asked him was, can you do it, baby? Can you?
I am gonna have to black this camera out. Y'all ain't gonna have me up in here crying.
Too late. Testify, sister.
But I asked him, can you work, baby? He said, no, I can't. And I know he can't because I saw the MRIs. I saw how bad the doctor came in on the first visit and said, you have an 80-year-old back at 40. He said, I had never come into an initial consultation and suggest back surgery, but I don't have any other choice for you. So no, my husband was not able to get up and go to work every day. And he has been so judged, so ridiculed by family, friends, and everybody else. But what God did was he put us in a predicament to have to trust him. And that is what has got our marriage to where it's at, because we both had to. And, I wish I could say that. I don't know how y'all do 30 plus, 40 plus years. We are 3 years together and 2 years married, and it feels like we have gone through 15, 20 plus years of stuff. Mm-hmm. We have lost a lot. My baby recently lost his clothes, his shoes through our move. It's been so many things that that has taken a toll on our 2-year marriage. But God, I trust in my husband because he trusts in God. And I know that if he couldn't work, God would tell me. Hey, I'll be over here giving him the side eye like, yeah, But it's really been something that has made us understand what marriage is. Because if they dragging you in the streets, they dragging me in the streets. If they dragging me in the streets, they dragging you in the streets. And we have learned to keep God in the center. We talk about everything. We pray about everything. We give everything to God. And even though it feels like hell is breaking all around us, we are like the happiest.
Yeah, we are.
We are like the happiest because the joy that we got, look, the world didn't give it to us. The joy that we got, God gave it to us. And, I told somebody, I think it was my testimony in church. Yeah. Listen, wherever God sends me with this man, I'm going. If he say get a tent and move on the side of Toi and John's house.
No, he didn't say that. He didn't say come in the yard. He said get in the woods over to the south or the north where we can't see you.
Well, as I told Toi the other day, I was trying to set some boundaries on what I'm not going to do. And then God said, what?
Right.
What you say you not gonna do? You love me, right? So I had to back. So yeah, if we end up seeing a tent over there,
just know it's us. It'll be temporary. It'll be temporary till God go on and bless us with a double portion of whatever we lost. It'll be real short. Okay, it'll be a short stint. Okay.
But what I hear in that, and this is where I want to download some stuff in you about the value that both of you have, even though you think your time together has been insignificant. What God has done is he's compacted 30 years of stuff into a 2-3 year marriage. Mm-hmm. And on the other side of it, you're resting in love.
You can make it.
So who is better qualified to be here today testifying about love and marriage than the both of you? I want you to know that. And you've shared that today. Someone's going to feel that. Yeah, you may look like you're new at this, but you brought years of experience, years of pain, years of waiting. And look at you now sitting in all that ridicule. You on that ass like Jesus was coming into Jerusalem and folks were saying, Hosanna, Hosanna, throwing out palm trees and palm leaves and all that kind of stuff. And he wept because he said, a week from now, y'all going to be saying crucified.
Right.
Y'all done made it past the praisers and the haters, and you're still in love. To God be the glory.
You preach it.
So I feel y'all. I hear you, and you are resting in love, and you're triumphant, and you're staying. What you just said, Danette, to hear all that negativity about your spouse, but then to know his heart and to know God's will in his life, and then to be able to say, if it's just me and you in this tent in the woods with Bigfoot, we good because what we got is better than what we up against.
Did you have to add Bigfoot? I didn't.
If I put Bigfoot in there,
You gotta put Bigfoot in.
I ain't going nowhere without Bigfoot. Whatever that is in the woods that got everybody scared, some of us know how to live amongst that stuff.
That's Shaq, y'all. That's Shaq.
Y'all example of that. Now, I couldn't take Toy in the tent. I got a tent out there. I got a tent that's never seen dirt.
She said, I can live under the bridge. And I said, and honey, you stop by, get you a shower, and I'll make you some sandwich. But I will not be under the bridge. I'm putting a lot of effort into the ability to live indoors. And that's what I want to focus and concentrate on, because I like being inside.
All she got to hear is that some woman was over there trying to feed John, and she can be all up in the tent.
Ain't nobody gonna be in that tent.
The wedding. What's about? So when you moved into matrimony, and now people know. What was that moment like for you to publicly display and have your friends there and dress up and look good like I remember y'all did? Y'all some fine looking people.
Thank you. Appreciate that. For me, it was a very, very, very vulnerable position because I've never been married. So this was my first one. So I kind of knew what to expect because I've been to weddings. See, there's a difference when you've been to a wedding and you are the wedding.
Well, preach, baby.
There's a difference. So I knew what to expect in a standpoint of what I'm going to be doing, but it didn't initially hit me until after everything was done. We had said our vows. He had said we're now one. I gave her the kiss with the balding revealing. That was funny. But she wasn't expecting that for me to be there with a bald head. We had talked about it, I think, but it wasn't something that was discussed like, oh yeah, I'm going to, bald my head for the wedding.
Because he played too much. He played way too much.
But I personally, it didn't hit me until I walked into the commons area and I immediately started crying because I realized that I just took that step with God's anointing and his direction. It wasn't well, let me just go ahead and get married real quick since I'm here and that's what we're supposed to do. No, it was a well thought out situation. Yeah, it did come pretty quick, but we already knew. We knew. And when you know, you know.
And we were dealing with reality too. Yeah. I had a place, Greg had a place. We were both paying. We were helping we were helping each other pay each other's bills, and it was just like, what are we doing already? Let's go ahead and make this official and just move on with our lives. That's really what our wedding was. It was like, let's go and do this already so we can go ahead and move together, get our lives together and move forward. Mm-hmm. And for me, I was very, it was important to me to give him his experience because I had already been married, been there, done that. And so I let him wear white. He wore the white suit. I wore a pink dress. And we're being told by all the people that attended that it was like a fairy tale wedding. And I appreciate that because our theme was Prince Charming, and yeah, that was our theme. And so people just kept telling us it wasn't nothing. We didn't have no celebrity show up. We didn't have we didn't even have anybody sing for our wedding. But it was just, people just said it was just full of love. And, even our families, meshing and things like that was something that was big for us because we're older. Mm-hmm. I'm 50, he's 40. So it was a step of necessity to make it official. It became a testimony to our guests of our love, but it really was for me transactional. Like, let's get this wedding done so you can be my husband and we can go on travel and do what we gotta do. But like I said, I wanted him to have his moment, his wedding, his thing, because he ain't gonna do it again. He will not get married again. It will be me.
You better tap out the code so we know to come get you. Oh, she got me locked in. Come right here.
That's good. But no, it was actually really cool because when the wedding started, I was before then, I was kind of looking out to see who was showing up, who was there and everything. I was kind of mingling with people before everything started as well. So I got to see, a few of the folks that were coming in, a lot of my family and her family as well. But when I actually came out at the beginning, I was actually kind of taken back.
It was full.
It was completely full. I was not expecting that.
No. We was like, the whole time now, it's such short notice. Whole time we're like, how many we gonna have? Oh, about 30 people. Yeah. 30, 40 people. 30, 40.
A little small, intimate situation.
Yeah, a little big. And we had over 100-something people. The place was packed. It was packed to capacity. And the funny part was we have been playing it for 30 to 40. Literally. So when I tell you God paid
40 cups of juice.
Girl, 40 cups of juice, 40 sandwiches, like when I say God fed the multitude,
5 loaves and 2 fish, and y'all fed over 100 people.
Ooh. Now let us feed the people. That's what it was.
Well, them sandwiches, one sandwich became 4 sandwiches, huh?
I guess. Look, there might be
get full just enough so you don't faint. Because you're lightheaded, because you're hungry. Go on, eat that and go.
Look, if you didn't eat at our wedding, we're sorry. We really apologize. But thank you for coming out and showing your support.
Bite a cake rather than a piece of cake.
No, the cake was straight. We had 3 tiers. We was good. Okay. Yeah, we took a whole bunch of cake home, so I wish I would have ate all of that. Okay,
I love
I'm back.
it. But yeah.
What I've enjoyed is how you guys are usually always together. And helping each other as best you can, depending on the pain level, you know, with the things that you're doing when I see you together. And then y'all just be talking. I'm like, are we needed for this?
They don't need us.
Now, I have to tell you, another couple that we knew that was like that is Raquel and Norm, Big Norm.
Oh,
Remember,
yeah.
you know him? Oh, my goodness, to be with them. I was like, I don't know, we need to be here. We could probably just leave them here and go and lay down. They good.
And we would have the time of our lives. The thing about being with us is if you join in, you're going to have fun. Like, that's just how we are. And we don't really even argue. Like, you know, I'm a bit bossy and a bit pushy, and he ignores it.
But see, that's what I was saying about having someone who is not offended to allow you the space to be you. But I just appreciate that. Yeah, this ain't you, girl. Let it go.
I love the honesty between you two.
It's tickles me.
Look forward to that, because that develops as you go. That honesty, absent offense. You can be honest and not offend.
Yeah.
And then that helps build fidelity.
Yeah.
That transparent truth. Oh, baby, you think I need to lose some weight? Well,
I don't even ask, because you ain't gonna answer it right, and I'm not.
That part. I don't even want to know. Look, as long as you like, if you give me a look like,
does this dress look okay? Not do I look slim? Do I look slimmer than you've ever known me? I don't ask none of that. Does it look okay? Because, you know, I done been over here struggling now. Oh, I done put on 3-4 different things. Am I in the neighborhood? Yeah.
and you don't do that.
Like I said, truth without offense. So my response would be, well, do you think you need to lose weight?
No, there we go. Don't try that, baby. Don't do that. I just want to say.
Wait, and I'm saying, don't y'all run that? All right.
I want to say, before we leave, thank you two for being the community, the village, if you will. Greg and I both have been dealing with our disabilities, one physical, one mental. And to have a network of support. Toy, like I tell everybody, my therapist saved my life. Okay. And I mean that. And so I'm very thankful to have you through this journey. And Pastor John, to have you as, you know, just the male model. Okay. You are the male model. Okay. When you said what did you say? I'm available, but not. What did you say?
I'm eligible, but not available.
What?
So you want people to look at you as a model, but you can't expose yourself in that intimate way to everybody, because that's where the fidelity is. And plus, I like life. I like living and breathing. But the other part of that, I want people to look at us and it desire what we have, and also
and then be willing to kick in to grow it.
It's a lot of work. You know, y'all do the work.
It.
So back at you. I'm at that age when I get to look out and get to see growth and see that if someone's looking at you and whatever you're doing is imparting some stuff into them, that's my currency now. That's the stuff that enriches me, to have people show up at Sunday dinner or to look at us and see, you know, I like to move that way.
Or Tuesday dinner.
I like to help.
Whatever day together.
Whatever day they finally show up.
Whatever.
Because they so late.
Y'all all about dancing and that whole dance. There's books that Harriet Lerner that's put out about dance of intimacy, the dance of anger. But that's true. All life is just a dance. Yeah. And y'all are the fact that dancing is what brought you together, but then y'all also know how to dance.
You're in a rhythm already.
Yeah.
You know the move.
Yeah. Everybody can't, y'all know everyone can't two-step with stepping on each other's foot. I'm turning this way, you over that way. You won't let me guide you. But then there's this motion that y'all do. So keep dancing. Keep dancing.
He keeps leading. I love that. So I'm going to keep following and, you know, that's the beauty of the two-step. The man leads and the woman follows. And I've learned a lot about our relationship and life in general just from the art of two-step. And so we're going to keep dancing. Yeah. We're going to keep dancing and loving.
There you go. Well,
what's your love song?
Yeah.
Show
Me by
Howard Hewitt, Show Me.
Yep.
I don't know why y'all want to bring Jody Watley up in here.
She said Howard Hewitt. But I would like to see Charlamagne.
You know,
you can't say Howard without saying Jody. Like they, you know, that's Shalimar. Sorry.
Now, Danette, if you could ever get them together, boy, I would love a Shalimar. That's a concert I'd like to go to. They ain't never gonna happen. Jody ain't gonna show up. But I'd love to see Howard, Jeffrey, and Jody back together again. Oh, that
brother did to her, but she said when pigs fly and after, that won't be happening.
He said it.
Well, Jeffrey, Jody, Howard, if y'all see this podcast,
come on. Let the lioness bring the shout.
That part.
Soon.
We love to make a love connection with Shalimar, so we can bless this couple because they love. Well, it was Howard's music, but no, we trying to do something big here.
Anyway. So as we get ready, this, everyone, is the end of our third season. And we want to thank you. We want to thank all the couples, all our friends that came and sat with us and told us their stories. One of the things I'm going to go back and do is double check my notes because I tried to write down little tidbits that each one gave us. I always think about the Berries, and I have to call and get her mother's name so we can say, mother, whoever's advice was the 3, the 5, and the 7, be on alert, you know. And then we just got some good pearls of wisdom, and I'll be adding your pearls of wisdom also.
Yay. And I'm so excited. Thank you for trusting me to produce Love Married Moments. Everybody, all the feedback is needed. And so you guys are therapy in motion for real. Every Friday night. Every Friday night.
I was having a conversation. I was trying to provide no therapy. People be outside in the yard if you provide therapy and it don't work out well.
Listen, therapy is when you hear something that you can relate to and you can readjust and fine tune things. And that's what Love Married Moments does for a lot of people. We watch it together. Yeah. Even though I produce it, I'm like, hey, you ready to go upstairs and go watch Love Married Moments? So, you know, it is something that we have full conversations. Listen, we pause the TV. Pause. So, and we have whole conversations about what's being said. So that's why I know it's therapy, because it allows us the space and the place to have conversations about what others are talking about that we have not experienced, but it allows us to talk through it.
And there's been a lot of stories that we could actually put into ours because we've kind of went through it ourselves. So we've actually had some moments watching where we're literally giving thanks for what we've been going through because we're not the only ones. You know, it's a beautiful thing to see that there's other people that go through what
and
we go
still
through.
lasted 40, 30, 40, 35 years, you know, and didn't shake. So
it's a lot of grace. It's a lot of grace given. It really is. So sometimes I look around and I say, boy, John is so good to me. Like I would say, girl, I'm gonna have to have you go sit on the porch. And don't come in. I'm tired of dealing with you. And he's just like, pray to that. We love you.
Love you.
We love you.
We really, really do.
Thank you. Pray God's blessings upon your marriage and your continued growth, and that you'll thrive, not just exist. So thank you for sharing with us, and thank you for hearing God's ultimate call to love.
Yes. Thank you for having us.
and so since it's the end of this season, can y'all kiss on camera? Cause y'all don't never give each other no kiss. This is
Where's she been? We
love
always
every moment.
Remember, we had a song when we was kissing.
Press it.
No, y'all talk about the lip press. Y'all don't show it.
No.
Sometimes I say, no, come back. Your lips didn't line up right.
That's how you end the season.
He's making up for all the missed ones.
Now it's got to be reciprocal. Let us see some
Oh,
little.
we don't mind.
Now we just said lip pressing.
We do more than that, girl.
See?
We said lip pressing. We said all of that.
We been talking y'all about nothing without y'all going all the way to lioness that came out the cage and it's stuff that got all wild. We back in the jungle now.
It's what it is. You ready to close season 3? Let's close season 3.
See you on season 4. We looking forward to the next round of Love Married Moments.
Yeah,
God bless you.
we're talking now about what our formats and topics will be. So we're looking forward to it. Also looking forward to inviting some of our friends that we had this season back to help us discuss and unfold and present different perspectives of the topic that we're going to talk about. We're going to move more into talking about, dating, knowing. My big thing is you need to know what you want. At least be able to clearly say what you don't want so you don't go pick it trying to get what you think you want. So to have those discussions from a male and female perspective, we've talked about, just John and the fellas hanging, for some episodes, me and some of my friends hanging for some episodes, just having, the male, the female perspective. And then, so that's a part of what I was thinking of presenting as part of what we talk about, because I ran into a few young men this season that were asking me questions, and I thought, I say I'm new to love, y'all, and I'm only good at it because he's better at it. So I appreciate you, Johnny B.
Likewise.
I love you much. This is my man. Don't make me leave the porch.
See, that's why I behaved around her. She builds me up, so I'm out here thinking, yeah, I'm all that. Yeah, that's me. She's talking about this man, that man's. All right. God bless you. Heaven shine upon you. Thank you for being with us for season 3. Thank you
For your work, Danette.
all the love y'all shared with us today. You're a beautiful couple, and we look forward to your continued work with us as we move forth in future seasons of Love Married Moments. God bless you.